Okay, so let's take a look at how you can use Oracle database actions to data load XML data into your autonomous database, which could be in data warehouse or transaction processing, right? So we'll follow a flow through which we will learn how to do this action. So first thing, we log into Oracle Cloud, obviously. Then we go to Oracle database. Then we move to autonomous database section. Now here I already have two instances, one ATP, another is data warehouse, right? So I will show you how I created these. So you click on create autonomous database button, then you choose the compartment, then choose display name. I selected both of them the same and unique. Also you have to choose workload type. You can choose data warehouse or transaction processing, right? Third, you move to deployment type on shared or dedicated. If you have chosen free option, then shared gets default. Then you choose your Oracle version. In my case, I am limited to 19C. Then comes OCPU count, which is CPU, and storage. So you choose here, and if you have like always free tier, then it will be selected for you. Then make sure to add the password for your admin. Then choose network access, which is secure for everyone. Then virtual TLS authentication option, and then license included option at the end, and then you create the autonomous database, right? Once created, it will be listed here like this. Okay, you will also see the workload type. Here you can see transaction processing, another one data warehouse. So if I go to ATP, you will notice that it has this database actions section, right? So clicking on it should open one new window in another tab in same window, right? So here I'll be adding admin username and the password that you added just now for creating the ATP or a data warehouse instance. Same password you have to use here. Now you paste your password and go to database actions. Now here you will find that you have like dashboard like view to access some of the features like monitoring, administration, then development, data studio, right? So development, you have this SQL section where you get to work with your already uploaded data. So you will be running queries, etc. over here, and you will be able to search tables, views, indexes, package functions, and those will appear here. Now we have to go to our data load section. That's where the magic is happening. So this section is for uploading your XML data, right? So let's say if I want to upload XML data, I will choose the option load data, right? Because it's in a file, so I will choose local file as second option. If it's a database or cloud store, I have to choose the appropriate, right? Same with link and feed data. However, that's not the case here, so I will be choosing local file, right? Then comes our next option, which is uploading the file. Before that, I will be showing you the data. So within files and last XML data here, I will be opening this with some file editor, right? So here you see, this is the data that I'm about to upload, right? So coming back here, if you have like say Visual Studio Code, you can open in it and you will be able to see the fields and all the format, right? Now I will have to upload this particular XML file, right? So I will choose XML, right? I will click open, then let's see how it responds to that. Here you can see it has labeled the HR data because the name of the file is HR data. If I replace this, I will have to go to settings, right? and here you see we have option to create this table. So I will replace this here with say users, right, because all of this is specific to the users within organization. Then you have like field ID, name, email, phone, department, salary. Make sure to check their data type, and if you happen to disagree with the defaults, you can always go and replace them, right? So varchar, float, number, block, clock, binary, timestamp, right? So all of them over there, so you get to choose them, right? So let's say you pick the defaults, then you click close. Then you will see the name is also now changed to users, right? So now our next action is to click on start button, and it will ask you whether you wish to run the data load job. Say run, and it will start the process. Immediately it will respond by uploading all the rows and says complete. Now the next thing is I want to run queries on this data. So what can I do? I can go to development SQL. Over there you will find the users table listed. Now I can run my query, select all from users, right? And if I run this particular query, then let's see what it does. And as you can see, the XML data is now turned into tabular data, and all those 400 or 500 rows are part of this table. You can see ID, name, email, phone, department, salary. All of this was in XML data, and that is now loaded into users table in SQL like format, right? So now we can run all our Oracle's SQL queries and do operations like insert, update, delete, and also drop the table at the end if you don't need this anymore, right? So we can recap all the process just so that you get the idea. So what we have done so far, we started from Oracle Cloud, right? Here I went to the menu, then clicked on Oracle database, then clicked on autonomous database, right? Then we created autonomous database. Now here we pick the compartment that we had since the opening of account, then chosen the display name, database name. We chosen workload between data warehouse or transaction processing. Then we picked up shared infrastructure. Then we configured the database for its version, CPU count, and storage count, right? Then comes my credentials, one being username and password, right? And I also need the network access where I can access the database from anywhere, right? For that I will be using mutual TLS if I choose to access it using SQL developer like tools, right? Then we choose license included option, and finally clicked on create autonomous database, which should give you the database like this. It could be data warehouse or transaction processing, right? So let's pick one. Then we move down to database actions. So we clicked in here, it will open a new window. We already are in one of the tab here, so it will just load it for us, right? So if you are logged out, then it will ask you for admin and password. So basically the password is same that we added previously, right? Now we move to the data load section where we managed to load our XML data, and then to work with the data and the table we used SQL editor, right? Now SQL editor allows me to fetch all the data, right, and I can manipulate it, and now I can also drop it if I no longer need it. So for that I will just use drop table and users, right? And if I run this, it should drop the table, right? So pretty much everything is done, and you get the idea how to data load XML data into your Oracle autonomous database using database actions on Oracle Cloud.